Right now we're going to take a look at a few items you wouldn't really associate with ProSpot. A couple neat things for the body shop world that you just really wouldn't think of that are really handy and really good products. I mean, the first thing we got here is the Ion Spot. It's a stat gun. I'm going to let Ryan explain it, and
of course.
We'll go from there.
So that was perfect. It really is. These are some of the items that not necessarily get forgot about, but something that you may not associate ProSpot with, as we're more known for our joining processes. But kind of as we've been talking about throughout the day, is we pride ourselves on being adaptable and being able to give the industry as much as we can to make their collision life better and easier. So the AntiStat Gun is something newer for us. It's something that we are very proud about and happy to have on board with us. So this is going to be a painter's best friend. This is an AntiStat gun for the paint booth. It is paint booth safe. There are no batteries. You do not have to charge it like many of the competitors. You get 3,000 straight hours of use out of the cartridge of this. So I did some quick numbers, and all I know is if you sprayed 10 jobs a day and used it for 2 minutes every day, it's going to last you 3 years. And there's no way you're holding this down for 2 straight minutes inside of a paint booth. So I used very round numbers, and it is a long, long time that this gun will last you for. But it's really easy to see the results. There's not much that I can do here to show you, but 50 to 60% less detail time. So less denib and polishing for your detail department. When you have less dirt in the booth and you have less sticking to the car, it's going to make the end job a lot easier, and you're going to save that detail labor time and that polishing time.
Well, I like the size of it. It's not a huge tool, so it's really easy to operate. It almost gets confused with being an air blower.
Yep, exactly. And what does a painter have to do anyway in the booth? He's got to blow off the car at some point. During the cleaning process, that car has to get blown off. So if you can use this instead of just using the regular air gun, you're going to get better results. And not only are you going to get cleaner paint jobs, but you're also going to get better color matches. So how much does a bumper redo cost a shop because the color doesn't match? Some of the color match could be the difference between plastic and like a steel panel, but a lot of it could be because you have so much static in your booth that the metallic flakes are not standing up like they should. So when you don't have the metallic flakes standing up like they should, your color match is going to be atrocious. So something as simple as the AntiStat Gun could save you all those steps and all those headaches with just doing something that you already do, which is cleaning and blowing off the car inside of the paint booth. So great product there for sure.
The next thing here is the Windshield Repair Chip Kit. It's a really awesome kit. Includes everything you need to do to fix repair or fix windshield chips. It's rechargeable. You want to explain a little bit more about it? Yeah, go from there.
So as you said, so this is a windshield chip repair kit. Once again, ProSpot, it is patented. So this is a patented system. There's no other system out there like it other than the ProSpot model. It is an all-in-one tool.
Let me take that from you.
So it gives you the availability. It rotates on an axis. So you have your resin fill. So in order to fix the chip, you have to have a material or a resin that you're putting in. You have to have your heating element to make sure that the windshield is prepped and ready for the right temperature to receive the resin. And then you also have to have a UV light in order to cure the resin at the very end of it. So what's great about the ProSpot product is it goes along with everything else that ProSpot does is as easy as possible. So you guys can see the suction cup on there. That will actually suction cup to a window, and then this rotates and clicks for the resin, for the heater, and for the UV light.
And Ryan, you did a video on your website for this actually repairing a chip, right? And you went over most of everything that's on there so you can see it in action on their website. And we can talk about it here a little bit more, but I just feel like it's a great tool. I've used it a couple times and it's worked really quick.
So YouTube, type in ProSpot. You can see our ProSpot YouTube channel, and we have a lot of videos on there, including the windshield chip repair kit. It works really easy as far as powering it on and pressing whichever side you're going to use. The timer goes automatically, so there's no thought process that has to go along with the technician or whoever is going to use it. But what I wanted to point out on this tool itself, because it's not a normal body shop tool or something that we're using every day, is this is a great customer service tool. So as a body shop, if you can have an inexpensive tool that gives you the availability to help your customers fix a couple rock chips in their windshield, get some of those out of the line of their sight, or save their windshield so that it doesn't crack and they don't have to buy a new windshield, that's going to be a win-win. So inexpensive tool, you can get great customer service, or you can charge a cheap amount and add to your bottom line.
And even if you didn't charge, it's so quick and easy to use. I mean, you don't even realize you're doing it.
So you're talking less than 12 minutes from start to finish, you'll have a chip completely fixed in a windshield. So great add-on tool, great customer service, once again, patented.
The next thing we got is the glue tab kit. The glue repair kit from ProSpot has all the tabs and everything you need. If you could expand on that too. I know you have a video online on repairing a few dents, major dents.
Yep.
I mean, it's not for just pulling out little hail dents.
No.
I mean, and it works great as an add-on if you have an aluminum repair station already in your shop, a dent repair station. It's a great complementary piece for that.
Yep, this is something that works even well for a technician. So if the shop maybe already has some pulling accessories that they're happy with, or the technician has some pulling accessories, it makes it really easy for an add-on because you don't have to buy anything else to make it work. So with the glue kit, this is something that I believe in heavily here at ProSpot. So even though it's a smaller, light ticketed item, this is something as a technician that I wish I had when I was back in the shop. So when we first brought in the glue stuff, I got to be honest, I looked at it and kind of was like, is this really going to help me or a technician fix dents? I'm really happy with my slide hammer or my keys, pulling out my creases. I'm comfortable doing all that. So what is this going to add on? And it took me all of about 10 minutes and one demo for me to go, oh, I wish I had that as a technician. So with all the different tabs, as you guys can see, like on this one, they're flexible and they're not going to break. You have bigger ones that are flexible. I can cut these off if I want to use smaller versions of it. You also have a whole bag filled with smaller ones with different shapes. So this is more of like a golf ball size dent. You got a smaller dent there. You got ones that are shaped different ways for edges of the door. So there's so many different shapes and things that you can do with this. But like Kurt just said, it's for big damage is going to be where you're going to see the biggest improvement for you in your shop.
Perfect example of that is when we first got this in, me and Jody got together and we glued this strip in the middle of the hood, and we took the pulling bridge from the repair station, and we pulled and pulled and pulled. We pulled so much it actually bent the braces of the hood down before the glue let loose.
Yep.
It was crazy. I was amazed by how strong the glue was, how quickly we were able to set it up.
Yep.
And then on the backside, there's nothing burnt off the backside.
So you just hit it right there, there's nothing on the backside. So there's going to be a lot of companies that are going towards non-weld-on dent pulling applications because they do not want that corrosion to happen on the backside. And unfortunately, we know that a lot of technicians may skip over that step, unfortunately. And that's going to cause problems later down the road. So if we can use something that's as strong, like you said, and be able to pull that damage out without inhibiting or heating up the backside, this is a win-win. And last thing that I want to point out as a technician, for me, especially on a bigger damage, like let's say if you had damage on the side of this, bedside and it's a good sized dent, you got a good like 10-hour dent there. So if I'm looking at that dent and I don't have a glue system and all I have is a weld-on application, I'm going to look at the dent, give it a feel, find out where my low spots are, where my high spots are, and get a game plan. And then I'm going to start grinding little spots, weld some tabs, make a couple pulls, grind some more spots, make some pulls. And then within a few pulls, I'm looking at the panel and it looks completely different, right? There's no more paint left on it. I have a bunch of grind marks. So now I'm sitting there going, oh, okay, there's my high spot. Okay, I need to put another tab right here and make a pull. When you're talking about glue, you're not grinding the paint off of the panel until the very end if you even need to for filler application.
Yeah, it's crazy. It sticks so well and it comes off so easy.
Yeah, it comes off without taking the paint off. So I can take a big dent like this and I can make all 5, 6, 7 of my pulls, however many have to get done to get that damage out. And the dent never changes look. I never am grinding paint off of it, so I never lose the look look of what I see as far as my damage. So glue pulling, I got to tell you, it took me all of one demo for me to completely change my outlook, and really wish that I had it as a technician.
Definitely,
So,
and in combination with the pulling systems that ProSpot offers, it works great. It's a wonderful add-on and a standalone product on it.
And it's pretty inexpensive to where a technician can purchase it.
Yep. I think lastly, we're going to kind of finish up a little bit about talking about the stuff that we offer as a company. We have all the ProSpot consumables, whether it be welder parts for these kits, and anything that we talked about on hand in Spencer, and we can get it for you very quickly. Our inventory it rotates and fluctuates, but we usually keep everything that's needed on hand at our store in Spencer, available to ship out to you guys all the time. So.
Yep, and make sure that you keep up with your ProSpot rep to make sure that you understand what those consumables are. They're one of the biggest things in our industry, unfortunately, that gets forgot about. Your welding caps on your spot welders, your tips on your MIG welders. All those things have to be looked at, and they have to be changed out. They play a vital role in making sure that you get a good quality weld. So if you're not keeping your consumables clean, you can probably be assured that you're not getting the quality work out and that you're looking for.
Definitely. We have all the stuff that you need to keep those pieces up and running, whether it's filters for the back, whether it's the tips like you talked about, and give us a call.